So Matt, a 1-1 draw with Crawley, what was your thoughts on the performance today?
Looked a little bit leggy for the first hour or so. Maybe that exposed our shape to a certain extent, but also the personnel within the shape. And they had some good attacking players who could break through the space. Really pleased with the last half an hour of the game. Played forward, played simple, ran forward, and made it good. Made things happen off the back of that, and looked like a really threatening team. If we'd have scored a little bit earlier, we might have gone on to win that game. But I also understand that we might have rode our luck earlier on in terms of the chances we conceded.
Did the conditions, tough and heavy, make it difficult and leggy for that reason?
Well, it's such a difficult pitch to move the ball on, certainly in the middle, and it felt like we had a lot of possession in certain areas of the pitch first half, but we couldn't get it to the next level of the pitch. We can't use that as an excuse because it's the same for both teams, and it's our home pitch, but we just didn't quite understand what was needed. And as much as we're trying to get the right information into this group of players, sometimes you've got to play forward and expect the boys at the top end of the pitch to compete and play into space. That's all Crawley did at times. Either Ranel played into space, and we've got to be more willing to do that and be connected off the back of it. And we were just a little bit open when we lost possession. It's such a difficult pitch. There's going to be 100 mistakes every half in that game, and I can't fault the players in terms of making mistakes when the pitch plays a part, but we've got to have a little bit more structure than we did for that first half.
Slightly unfortunate though in the fact that we hit the woodwork a couple of times when we were 1-0 down as well.
Yeah, but we got the ball in good areas of the pitch, but we didn't. How many times in the 6-yard box in that first half? Not enough. And when it did there, centre halves had too easy in a time. So that's what I want. There's no point having a ball on the halfway line in the middle third for large majorities of a half of a game if you don't create chances in around the 6-yard box and their goal. Pearce's shot aside, I didn't really felt we threatened the goal. Like I say, touching on the sort of change of shape and a bit of fresh energy in terms of fresh legs with Jaden and Lee, they made a real difference. And all of a sudden we got a foothold back in the game, and we were playing on the front foot, and we created chances. It just wasn't to be in terms of scoring earlier or getting a winner.
Must be pleasing for you as a coach to see the substitutes coming on and making that impact there.
Yeah, look, the rest of the boys, even the ones I took off, they've been excellent for me this season. But like I say, we might just be at a little bit of a stage of a season where there's some tired bodies and a few tired minds, and then that's going to be my job as a coach to understand that and maybe just to freshen up to a certain extent. And then these boys are ready to play. You know, Jaden's been really good when he's played this season, and he just gave us another attacking outlet as opposed to first half. It just felt as if it was either Randell or a failed attack, and we can't always rely on Randell Williams. Second half, it seemed Brennan was getting forward a little bit more, and Jaden and Randell together were causing a threat, and then the rest of the team can take a position on the pitch off the back of that.
It was Randall that set up the goal, a good driving run forward though, and found Brennan in space. Yeah,
definitely, and a really good finish. Really pleased with Brennan. He's had a really tough time. That's a really good finish, and contributing from goals when he was at left back for the last half an hour of the game is really important, and it shows how attack minded we were towards the end when our fullbacks were really joining in. They still had a bit of a threat about them in terms of counter attack, but we knew that before the game. They've got fantastic runners and athletes, and they can break through space and run away from you, similar to the first goal. But if that's going to happen, then you've got to take the middle of the pitch in terms of a few bodies every now and then. And once we showed ourselves up, second half, we looked a much better team.
Obviously, it's a quick turnaround now for Tuesday in terms of the pitch and in terms of time bodies as well.
Yeah. What do you think we should do? Roll it or turn it up? Well, look. Like I say, the pitch is what it is. I can't stand there for the next 6 league games at home and talk about the pitch too much. We've got to deal with it. Like I say, I just didn't feel we cleared their back line enough in the first half with our delivery forward, and that is a difficult pitch to play football on. And certainly don't leave yourself open because mistakes will naturally happen. But if there's a note of how to play a game at home, it's that last half an hour game, and I was really pleased with the extra energy we had on that pitch, and I've got to freshen things up to a certain extent Tuesday.